Welcome to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making a dish which will be tipsy with bulgur wheat. That's Bulgar wheat. So what we're going to do to start out with is we're going to I've diced up a half of a white onion. Now I did put a little bit of olive oil in here just to get it sticking quite so bad. I didn't put much, just a very little bit. And what I want to do is let this start browning just a little bit. And then we'll add our other ingredients. But I also want to add the bulgur wheat. Okay? What happens, I've been soaking this, I soaked it overnight. And it swelled up a lot, it absorbed the water. So now I want to brown it a little bit because that kind of gives it a little bit of a earthier flavor. So we're going to let this brown just a little bit. And that was, y'all can see, that's 4 cups of bulgur wheat. And it's, so my wife's checking to make sure the microphone's on, so I forget it most of the time, but it is on. So we're going to let this brown just for a little bit. Now, we're going to add some lentils to this. And just a little tip that I like to do is the lentils were cooking back here on the stove. The reason I did that, I cooked them separately so that the foam, when you start cooking lentils, it foams up. I mean, I rinse them, start out with, soak them, but then when you cook them, the foam cooks off of it. I don't want the foam in here, so I dip the foam off. Now when I get ready to add it, it won't have all the foam on there. Just a little tip, okay? So we're gonna let this cook just for a little bit, and the onions are cooking good, and cook some of the water out of it. So while that's cooking, before I add all the other ingredients, I'm going to add a lot of spices. So we're going to start out with just some black pepper. A good rotation of black pepper. And to me, I like it. You know, if y'all seen this channel very much, I like a lot of flavor. Okay, so we got a black pepper in there. We'll get it out of the way. We're going to add just a little bit of salt. Just some salt for flavoring. Okay, get that out of the way. Y'all know by now I always use this no salt seasoning. It's just, let's see what it says. It's onion, garlic, carrots, black pepper, red bell pepper, tomato granules, orange peel. So it's got a lot of different spices in there. This stuff's really good. I put a good bit of that in there. Okay, that's done with that. And just for health purposes, I always put turmeric in everything. But again, if y'all have not seen this show, if you're on any kind of statins or blood thinners, don't use this. Or consult with your doctor first if you do. Okay. Coriander is just I love coriander. It goes in about everything I cook. So add some coriander. And this is going to be kind of earthy. So we're going to add some thyme to this. It's just plain old thyme. So, okay. So that's going to keep browning a little bit. Okay, it's starting to stick a little bit. So if my camera person will get me some liquid, and an opener would be really nice too. I'll get it real quick. Let's see what I get this. We're going to add our other ingredients. Okay, so our other ingredients, this is one diced up or shredded carrot. There's one shredded carrot we're going to put in here. And again, we're trying to make this as tasty and as healthy as we can make it. Okay, so we got the carrot in there. Now then, we're going to add, I'm estimating that's probably a half a cup of toasted walnuts. So again, this is going to add some flavor to it. And then there's one jalapeno, because we like a little bit of heat and again, more flavor. And then this was just one huge garlic diced up. Okay, it's equivalent to about 3 normal garlic cloves, but okay. So we have this all cooking. Now then, I'm going to add the secret ingredient, which is a beer. And you know, we always put some in here. Okay, now if we're cooking, we're drinking. So I gotta have me a little bit. So see how pretty that is? It's Yingling. So okay, I don't get much because this gets most of it. So we're going to add the rest of it to that. Now then, since that's all in there, we're going to add, this is about half of a bag of this cut leaf spinach. It's about half a bag. I'm not going to put it all in there. I'm going to put probably about a quarter of a bag in there. Mainly because you see we're running out of room. So I'll get that out of the way. Now these are the lentils I've already cooked. I hope you can see it. It's got a little bit of juice in there. I'm going to pour all this in here and get it in here. Okay, so get it in there like this. Running out of room. So we'll make it fit. We'll make it fit. Okay, so we've got this going. And get all the lentils out of here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stir this up. Stir it all up. And now we're going to put a top on it and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes. Let the juices all cook together. And then we'll come back with our final product. Now I am going to add a little bit more water. I can see it needs a little bit more water to it right now. Or to make it better, let's have fun. Let's go to the guest. Just have fun. I can't say what I'm trying to say, but if I can get this open, okay. We're gonna pour more beer in here. Stay in the freezer. In the freezer too long. Okay. Now, what we're going to do now is cover that up. We're going to let it cook, like I said, 15-20 minutes. Y'all have a drink. See y'all in a little bit. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, this has been cooking. It cooked a little bit longer than I thought it would, for the simple fact that you can see this is on an electric burner versus a big gas burner, so it didn't get it quite as hot. But look how pretty that is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that is so pretty. Very, very healthy. And I'm going to serve it with a side of Brussels sprouts on the side. And these are just chopped up real small, salt, pepper, I put a little bit of balsamic vinegar on mine. And before I dip this out though, and that was cooked in an air fryer at 400 degrees, the Brussels sprouts. And they're kind of turned out real crispy, but you can cook them in the oven also. I'm going to squeeze, this is half of a lime. I'm going to squeeze it over here, over this food. Because again, you get a little bit more vitamin C, a little bit more flavor. And then I'm going to get all this out of here. And squeeze it all out. Okay. I think I got all the juice I can get out of that half of the lime. It wasn't a real juicy one, but hey, something better than nothing. And I'm also going to, I love this balsamic glaze. I'm just going to sprinkle that over there. Balsamic glaze a good bit, so you get a lot of flavoring on here. Let it soak in, like that. Okay. Now, we're going to dip some out, and we're going to do a tasting of it, see what it tastes like. So, again, you can see what it looks like. Hopefully you can see it. It may be too hot to eat right now, but we're going to try it and see what it tastes like. It's really good. The walnuts in there are crunchy. You can taste the beer, the lentils, carrots. You can't really taste carrots that much, but they're in there for health purposes. All the spices. It's real spicy, very good flavor. This is more of a comfort food for a cold day, but it's the Bulgar wheat. It's something if you have not tried, I would definitely give it a try. It's got a unique taste, unlike rice. So just substitute for rice. Try it. You may like it. I'm the Almost Tipsy Vegan.